And today I'm back with another reaction video, and today's reaction, we're going to be reacting to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Nostalgia Critic. Yeah, so we're going to be reacting to some Nostalgia Critic, because I think you guys will like that. The link to the original video will be down below. Also, check out Nostalgia Critic, aka the name of the channel is Channel Awesome. Yeah, go check out Nostalgia Critic. But anyways, it's Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Nostalgia Critic. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and...
This episode brought to you by Stamps.com. Why go to the store to get stamps when you can have them printed right at home for your convenience? Also brought to you by Shady Rays. Fit, style, and performance sunglasses without the big brand price.
Here we go. Nostalgia Critic. I've seen it in multiple meme videos. And here's the man himself.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember it? So you don't have to. So for years I've had a chance to look over Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, but I never did. And I'll be honest, my reason is kind of stupid. I really like the book. Okay, it's no Dr. Seuss or Shel Silverstein, but the idea of a town that rains food on it was just so imaginative, and I never forgot the imagery that it created. It barely even had a story. It was just someone talking about this strange town where this happened, and that was all it needed. So when I saw the trailer for the movie that looked like a very generic animated film, I just didn't have any interest. But then I found out the people who made these were behind it, and now I'm just thinking even more how cool Solo could have been. Released in 2009 and directed by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, people have been telling me for a while this movie is far better than it was. And that's good, because it looked like a lot of forgettable animated flicks that came out the year before. Not that there weren't any good animated movies being made, but for a bit of time it just felt like there were a lot more bad ones, and this was going to be forgotten very quickly. But not only is this film still being talked about years later, but it did well at the box office, earned a sequel, and even got its own TV show. But, are you sure? Because it looks bad. It looks really, really bad. I guess I can't judge a book by its cover. Except, like I said, this book has a pretty engaging cover and title. So let's finally check this flick out and see what all the fuss is about. This is me judging you if this turns out to suck. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Bullshit, if the CGI crisis has taught me anything, it's the director's film and no one else. We open with a character named Flint, played by Bill Hader, who explains how he never quite fit in.
What is the #1 problem facing our community today?
For you, again, probably this.
Crayon shoes!
He seems to be making inventions that don't quite work. Yeah, really thinking outside the box with that one. That does lead to a pretty funny line.
I wanted to run away that day, but you can't run away from your own feet.
Combining science with Zen riddles, okay, maybe you are thinking a little bit outside the box. He gets encouragement from his mom, as well as an early gift of a lab coat.
The world needs your originality, Flint. You just have to grow into it.
And I know we're not even 3 minutes in yet, but she's dead, isn't she?
It had been almost 10 years since Mom died.
Okay, there's other books out there aside from this, you know. But okay, here's the thing. For every tire cliche, there's usually something new and inspired around the corner. Like, I love how one of his inventions is rat birds. Like, why would he make that?
True.
He says the town he lives in is literally located under the A in Atlantic. This movie was really clever, though. It would literally be under the A. Like, maybe somehow there's giant letters over the Atlantic Ocean, and that's why it's called the Atlantic Ocean. This is pretty good.
Until the day the Baby Brent Sardine Cannery closed for good.
The town is in trouble because all they're known for is sardines, but literally a paper announces sardines are gross and their economy tanks, forcing them to eat the sardines themselves. That's already 3 really inventive elements against 2 overused elements. Mathematically, this film should work out.
Steve, can I count on your help?
Steve.
With his spray shoes still on and his failed talking monkey experiment named Steve by his side, he uses his running jokes to make a machine that can turn water into food.
Steve, keep working.
Oh, no joke, Neil Patrick Harris was considered for Flint, but he thought Steve, the monkey, was a much more interesting character.
Andre.
How wide?
Okay.
The backstory for this film is weirdly as funny as the film itself.
Don't you think it's time to give up this inventing thing?
James Caan plays Flint's dad, who again gets the classic trope of the disapproving father who thinks his son is wasting his time.
I'm sorry, Steve.
Ouch.
No more inventing.
Dad, I know I can do this.
I swear, give me another week and I'll invent eyes for you.
Without consulting anyone, I spent the entire town budget on the thing that is under this tarp.
Bruce Campbell plays the town mayor. Okay, this might have the most random cast since Ants. And again, I'm thinking the little details, like the outline from the blue screen they clearly couldn't key out very well.
Stacking cans with me on him as a baby.
Andy Samberg plays the grown-up mascot baby named Brent.
What is up, everybody?
He's about as hit and miss as his other voiceovers. But one actor who literally just has to show up to get my approval is Mr. T as the cop.
You know what you are, Flint Lockwood? A shenaniganizer. A tomfool.
You already got the good job, you're here, you immediately make this movie better award. In fact, it might be the 3rd or 4th one.
Oh, Spice Buddy.
Speaking of which, an intern is turned into a reporter named Sam Sparks, played by Anna Faris, who's sent to their small town to cover a major event.
Hello, Sam Sparks. I'm America. It's full of false degrees and, well, let's just go to the mayor.
Man, she can barely talk. This job isn't for her. She should go into politics. This event is a sardine theme park, and Flint plans to unveil his new invention there, but of course, something goes wrong. Sardine Land is destroyed, and everybody hates him, even his Swedish chef father. Sam isn't having much luck either, as her career is ruined because of him. Though, I don't know, when theme park blows up, be a pretty big story. So if you get the camera stuck, you unstuck it, keep covering it. This machine does work, though. Sorta. It turns the storm clouds into rainbow-colored food clouds. I will admit one major advantage this does have over the illustrations is the color. I honestly didn't know pink elephant clouds farting Big Macs could look so pretty. Oh shit, the slider's back to square one! Sam does get the idea to turn the camera back on and report on the amazing discovery.
You may have seen a meteor shower, but you've never seen a shower meteor than this.
This is surprisingly clever dad joke news reporting. Flint becomes an instant celebrity, but his dad is against him getting food for the town. Little odd, honestly.
Cheeseburgers from the sky, that's not natural.
I guess he's afraid he's gonna fail and make things worse, but seriously, there's no outside help in this world? Jesus, did he build all of this on his own? He's kind of worried about tourism. He could sell tickets to his labs. Looks like an Epcot attraction. So, you know, not a lot of tickets, but enough.
It's called the Flint Lockwood Diatonic Super Mutating Dynamic Food Replicator.
I always
Sorry,
feel
what?
bad picking on the humor of a kid's movie because, yeah, it's a kid's movie, but some of these jokes do go a little Thor Love and Thunder for me.
The Flint Silver. Flint Silver. Flint Silver.
Now known as Axel.
Astrid.
Axel.
Astrid.
I said Axel.
Astrid.
Axel!
Okay, shut up! They programmed the next thing to fall from the sky and seeing how they sing
Asteroid.
the song Rainbows and Lollipops, clearly eggs and bacon fall.
Sunshine, lollipops, and grills.
The town starts to turn around, becoming a destination hotspot. And I kind of love the fatter the mayor gets, the more he sounds like Bruce Campbell's impression of Elvis.
A pizza stuffed inside a turkey, the whole thing deep fried and dipped in chocolate. It's me, the mayor.
Oh.
Mr. President. Mr. T. Cop puts in a request for his son's birthday, and sure enough, it snows ice cream. The cop thanks him in ironic gestures.
I love you, son.
I know, Dad. You tell me every day.
It's not like you're the father of a scientist or anything.
Middle on the note, son.
Huh. Okay, but film this. I can't always predict where it's going. They ask him to have a snowball fight, seeing how he's never had one before, and then suddenly the camera work goes children of men because of how intense they randomly make it. No, really, if that shootout in Stranger Things 4 was ice cream, it'd be this. He finally gets the nerve to ask Sam out on a date, and he makes her a giant gelatin mold.
Wow.
I'm allergic to Jell-O, but as long as it doesn't fill the air, which it is.
Flint?
Join me. It's interesting. Not only does this movie have a similar design to Hotel Transylvania, I guess it is the same company that made it, but it's also not afraid to be silly like it too. I know it sounds odd because, again, kids' movie, they're supposed to be silly, but you'd be shocked how many children's movies more want to ride what's popular rather than let something be pointlessly goofy. And I feel like this film is allowed to explore that whenever it wants. Also, while I always remember the design of the Jell-O mold in the book, seeing the inside of the Jell-O mold really is taking it to the next level. What he builds in there, though, could be seen as horrifying.
That aquarium, that Venus de Milo with your face on it next to a Michelangelo's David, that also has your face.
I don't know what YouTube age restricts anymore, so I'm just gonna also make those her face.
Viscoelastic polymer made of polypeptide chains, would you eat it? I mean, it tastes good.
She reveals how when she was younger, she was a nerd too, and in a pretty funny twist on the late 90s, early 2000s teen movies, making her look dorkier with only glasses and a ponytail actually makes her more attractive to Flint.
You were okay before, but now, you're beautiful.
I always knew you were half the designs of the Emoji Movie.
I had my fair share of women feelings, don't catch me now.
Don't act like I'm average.
Nostalgia Critic! Hello and welcome to another old versus new. I played horror guru on the pioneer of youth.
He's gonna take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. He'd rather eat the rotten asshole of a roadkill skunk and down it with beer. He's the angriest gamer you've ever heard. He's the angry Nintendo nerd. He's the angry Atari Sega nerd. He's the angry video game nerd. Nitro Rat.
His father sees his son has really become popular, yet he still can't seem to give him any kind words.
So look around. I'm not sure this is good for people.
I mean, this could end world hunger. Countless charities will be out of a job, selfish. They have a fight and discover his father is still not able to communicate with him. The invention does start to go haywire, though, and he tells the mayor the food is going to start mutating.
Everyone's gonna love these new portion sizes. No.
That's a gif on a BJ site somewhere. The mayor advises him to ignore the problem, and the following day, Sam tells him he might be making a mistake.
What if we've bitten off more than we can chew?
Why can't you just be happy for me and go say the weather or something?
Why can't you be happy for my art, which I'm sure is not going to have any curves in it? Yeah, he kind of goes too douchey too fast there, but again, every meh moment is followed by something pretty cool. And a spaghetti NATO looks pretty great. But this is going way past a chance of Meatballs. For whatever reason, this line really cracks me the hell up.
Whoa, Sam, hey! We love a good storm over here, but you look like a nerd.
I mean, you can look like a nerd on cable news, but we draw the line at actually talking smart. And just when you think this film is gonna get too serious with the cop's son being injured.
How is he, Doc? He's in a food coma.
This movie, thank God, says, yeah, we know, we're a comedy. The son does wake up, but Sam reports the food storm is going to get even bigger, cooking up the rest of the world. Flint accidentally destroys the computer to stop the machine, and even his father's words of discouragement can't help now.
When it rains, you put on a coat.
Wow. That was literally just 2 minutes of him feeling bad. Scenes like this usually go on forever. It's usually a fair chunk of the third act, but when this movie does an overused cliche, it does the cliff notes of the cliff notes, and I am very thankful for that. He gets back to inventing as the rest of the world goes into stir-fry chaos. Flint tries to make a big speech to win everyone over, but it doesn't work. However, everyone will naturally listen to a speech from Mr. T.
I know Flint Lockwood made the food, but it was made to order. And now it's time for all of us to pay the bill.
Couldn't even get a I pity the food in there. Don't act like you're above it. They all fly into the storm, including Andy Samberg, because, I don't know, we paid for him. And it looks like everything literally boils down to a giant meatball.
Water goes in the top. A food hurricane comes out the bottom.
I didn't think it was possible to make a meatball intimidating, but that thing's pretty scary. I know I make fun of the Langoliers for looking like meatballs, but if they literally cut to this meatball in that film, I'd find it more frightening.
Sentient food? That's impossible.
Unless it's molecular structures
Been genetically engineered to protect
You could literally just say it's magic. We don't care. Just seeing food eat people is a pretty great turnaround.
Can you imagine if we lost this kill code?
After he loses the kill code, the fate of the world depends on his dad simply emailing him the code to his phone from a computer. Which, of course, he doesn't know how to do.
Use the mouse to drag it. Drag it across the desktop.
Can I belittle your lawn care? That's something people my age are really good at.
Charmin's diamond weave texture cleans better.
Somehow a live chickens hunt them down. Seriously, it's kind of something out of a horror film. And Brett gets swallowed by one. Okay, I know it's a chicken, but he's admittedly walking around wearing a corpse. Again, adding on top of the book, it isn't just a town that food rains on, it's the rest of the world. And as you'd imagine, it makes for some funny visuals with giant landmarks.
You are about to be crushed by a giant corn.
That looks like it's not racist. Good job, 2009! Sam has a nut allergy and gets stabbed with peanut brittle, resulting in a touching but also pretty funny sequence.
I like you, okay?
Like as a friend?
Like a friend?
Like you.
This is like watching a romantic moment with an Oompa Loompa cosplaying as Sadness. It's a pretty damn good bit. He cuts the line though, and I have to admit, it's impressive how everyone gets something to do in this climax. Even the monkey takes out these Twilight Zone references. I really feel like MPH made much more an impact in this than in Matrix Resurrections. Jesus, even the spray-on shoes are important in this. She blows up, but unfortunately it looks like it did with Flint inside.
I'm sorry.
I guess he's never, ever... Don't look at the recommendations! Ever coming back. No, he makes it out just in time as the Ratbirds fly him to safety. Okay, even signs would say
Don't look
that
at the
all seems a little
recommendations.
too predestined.
When you cast your line,
It's pretty clever how his dad still can't find the right word, so they use the monkey translator to hear what he's really thinking.
I'm amazed that someone as ordinary as me could be the father of someone as extraordinary as you.
And I like, too, that he does say something on his own. I don't know if it would have worked if the sentiment was literally phoned in.
I love my son.
I love you too, Dad.
The two lovebirds hold their breath to kiss, which I'll be honest, I'm not sure I fully got from before. This is the only way the animator can get his lips past the Snoopy nose. And the film wraps up. So that was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's not these, but pretty decent. I can't say every joke works, and when one doesn't, it can be a touch annoying, but I'd say about 2/3 of them work, and they do balance out well with the great imagery. I like they do take advantage of this idea as a movie, and even expand on it beyond just a small town where this happens. The characters aren't amazing, but I do enjoy them enough to watch an entire film with them. And there's a good message about the wrong failure being the right tool at a different time. It's about half for kids and half for adults, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Because every time a moment for children pops up that you might roll your eyes at a little bit, a really funny moment for grown-ups will appear right after. And with either one, there's going to be a lot of imagination involved. It's much better than I thought it would be, and I am glad people encouraged me to check it out all these years later. It's not a perfect movie, but seeing how Lord and Miller would have a few of those in the future, a decent one is more than enough. I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember? So you don't have to.
Steve!
I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction to Nostalgia Critic. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.